Greetings, comrades. So I know it's been a while. My reading group took a month off, mostly due to the time change, and one of our comrades had a baby, so congrats to them. But we are finally back with some more Capital. We're going to just jump right back into it. We are on chapters 20 and 21, and I'm kind of just going to combine these. That's how our discussion went, and I think it's easier if we kind of think of these things in conjunction with one another. So chapter 20 is time wages, and chapter 21 is peace wages. And these are two different things. They're two different ways a worker can get paid based on these two different things. So your time wage is set. It is an hourly wage. This is what most workers nowadays, they get paid hourly, get paid this way, right? You have a set, I make $10 an hour. It doesn't really matter how hard you work during that time. It doesn't matter how many widgets you produce during that time. You're going to make that $10 an hour regardless. And then piece wage can vary. So piece wage means you're getting paid like by the widgets that you produce. So if you are very fast and efficient at widget production, you could make more money in your workday than the person next to you that might be a little slower at widget making. We don't see this as often nowadays, except in some types of contract labor. A lot of these delivery service apps pay you per delivery you make. So if you're driving really fast, I think a lot of times it comes down to that. You can get paid more during your day if you are very fast at making these deliveries. Something that this also made me think of was waiting tables, something I did a lot in my 20s, and there's a lot of variables there as well, but you don't really get paid an hourly wage, right? You're making $2 an hour and you're getting paid on your tips when you wait tables. So the more tables you can have at a time, the larger your section is, the more money you can make in your working day. And that's really what both of these chapters comes down to. There are a few other things just to think about here. Some definitions from the past that we want to kind of keep in mind when we're thinking about these things. The price of labor is the money value for the labor quantity. Those two words always screw me up. The price of labor is the money value for the labor quantity. So the work that is done, that is the price of labor. The value of labor power divided by the hours in the working day. This is how we come to these time wages. And we understand that the surplus value is always taken out of this, where your working day is only part for yourself and part for your boss. Your wage is the price of labor power. Nominal wage is your actual pay, like your take home, but your real wage is how far that money goes. So when we're thinking about inflation right now, like my grocery bill being $100 a week higher than it used to be, my money doesn't go as far as it used to. So even though I'm still getting paid the same per hour or per widget, that money doesn't go as far. So my real wage has actually decreased, right? And we talk a little bit about the use of immigrant or child labor because we can underpay those people. Well, the capitalists can. So, especially like migrant workers, undocumented people are in such a precarious position that they really do get like extra exploited by the capitalist, right? Because what are they going to do? Run and tell the labor board that they're getting fucked over or sexually harassed or beaten on the job? Like, no, they can't do that. So they're easier to exploit. Same goes for children. Child labor laws are getting rolled back all over the place, and the capitalist tends to pay the child less as well. And that actually brings down the wages for everybody, right? Because if they can just be like, well, I'll just hire this teenager or this undocumented person instead. If you're not willing to work for these shit wages, then working people make these compromises. And I think that's really what we come down to here. These two types of wages, piece wages and Time wages can exist side by side a lot of ways, and again, we can look at that in especially the what is the word I'm looking for? Contract labor, the app economy that we currently live in. And he talked a little bit about exploitation of the laborer by another laborer, and we can think of that as like the managerial class, right? How so often these managers, who are also workers, they are also working for a wage, they do not own the means of production, but they tend to side with the capitalist class because they see that as being in their interest. So you have a worker oppressing another worker under this system. It's cool. It all sucks. But I'm back. We got some more capital. We're going to keep working through this. I think we are taking next week off again for my reading group, but I will try to be more active on this app and share more readings with y'all. Thank you for being patient. Cheers.